Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of my vlog. Thanks to those of you who are still watching. I know my viewing figures are a wee bit down, but I'm going to keep putting these out one a week, even if there is only one person watching, and even if that person is me. So this week's been a wee bit busy. Can't remember when I uploaded my last episode now, but Monday, reasonable day at work, and then in the evening there was the relaunch of the Glasgow Uni Staff LGBT Plus network, which was a really interesting event and gave me the idea for talking about advocacy and allyship for this episode, so I'm going to come back to that in the second part of this vlog. As for the rest of the week, it's been a wee bit boring at work actually, not much going on. I had a lovely moment where I got ID'd for the first time in a while, which made me smile. I was buying a bottle of wine and yeah, a lovely young man in Sainsbury's asked to see some ID and I was like, oh, okay. So that was fun. And then the main event of the week was yesterday, where we had our work night out at Hampden Park, which was absolutely fantastic, and once again much love and thanks to Katie for organising it. I had a wee bit too much wine and Prosecco to drink, but enjoyed dancing, and it was a lovely occasion. Masquerade ball, and yeah, I'd had my mask for a wee while and it felt like a good excuse to get it out. So transition wise I've been doing okay, not noticed any new changes, but yeah, body hair is definitely coming in a lot finer than it was before. Mood's been good. I've got a GP's appointment on Monday to get another prescription for my venlafaxine. I've sent off for a new driving license, and hopefully that'll be coming through in the post soon. Got some new shoes from Shoes of Prey, as you can see, in a lovely blush pink with a metallic pink stripe down the side and heel, and I'm absolutely in love with them. And later on today we'll be heading across to the Lighthouse for the pop-up stalls and going to the Christmas markets with this girl that I've been seeing. So that's what's been going on with me. Now onto the main topic of this vlog, advocacy and allyship. Now, I'm not a particularly big fan of management speak, but essentially they're both part of transformational change, trying to enact sustained, meaningful change in society. Advocacy is what groups like Stonewall do, and we had the chair for Stonewall Scotland giving us a speech at the launch of the LGBT Plus network on Monday, and there are a lot of figures that he quoted, and some of them I remember, some of them I don't remember, and I'm not going to lie to you, but I think the ones that were most striking were people who are out at university. I think it was around 40% of them that go back into the closet when they start back at work, which says something about workplace culture in general, I think. And the other one was 96% of trans-identifying school-age children have self-harmed, which is absolutely horrifying. So that really resonated with me, and made me quite sad actually. So advocacy, like I say, groups like Stonewall, GLAD, who are the LGBT Association of Doctors and Dentists, groups like the NAACP in America, any NGOs, third sector organisations who are lobbying, campaigning for meaningful change at a political level. And I think it's important to support these groups in what they are trying to achieve, because there's so much inequality and disparity in society that needs to be addressed by our lawmakers. And you look at some of the regressive policies that have been brought in the US, particularly in regard to women's rights, healthcare. Advocacy is a really, really important thing that we should be engaging with. But something that we can do a bit closer to home really is allyship. Now, allyship makes a great deal of a difference to mainly workplace culture, but also, you know, it's about changing people's attitudes in the environment in which they're in. Now, when I say allyship, what do I mean by somebody who's an ally? Well, if I pipe up at work and say, actually, that's unacceptable, that's transphobic, please don't do that, or please don't do that, that's offensive, that's racist, whatever, people are going to say, oh yeah, of course you would say that. But if somebody else says it who isn't gay, isn't transgender, isn't black, whatever, people are going to listen up and say, oh, well, why are you saying that? You know, you don't have to be directly affected by these issues to be an ally. You know, it's not just about the parent of a gay child or somebody who has a transgender brother or whatever. You know, if you know somebody, then you can be an ally to that person. And it is about challenging inappropriate behaviour where you see it happening and being supportive, being a friend. And I think to some extent I'm rather lucky in that regard. If you ask me, I'd say everybody that I work with has been an ally to me. And I'm very fortunate to work in the NHS, which I know is a much more supportive environment than certainly several organisations in the private sector would be. It's not about championing diversity, it's about celebrating diversity. It's not about positive discrimination or quotas. It's about supporting your colleagues and being there for them when they need you. And I think that's all I'm going to say about that for this week. I'm going to keep this one short and sweet because I'm still a wee bit hungover from last night. But please keep tuning in and I'll see you again next week. Bye for now.